Welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. No matter who you are, what you are, whether you're a believer or not, whether you're religious or not, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew or a Buddhist or a Hindu or a Sikh, or whichever religion that you believe in, whether you're a flat earther or a globe earther, whether you're a truther or a normal, I was going to say normal person, that's suggesting that a truther isn't normal, like a person that follows what they believe from the system, from the government, from schooling, whatever you are. The one simple truth that always comes back to me is the way we live. Surely all of us, no matter our beliefs or truths, can all agree that the way we live is not the best way. And that makes me wonder that seems so obvious. It's such a simple truth. Then why is it we all are still living something that we all clearly know isn't the best way? Is it because there is no other way? Because sometimes something may not be the best way, but that maybe the ideal that we all want to believe in, that everyone has a house, everyone has a food, everyone has medicine, there's no need for money, that people do things for free, that we look after each other as brothers and sisters, as what we truly are, that we don't need borders and passports and governments, and that we can do the things that we need to for the betterment of mankind. Are those things impossible? Is that why we all accept what we all clearly do not think is the best situation? Because, and maybe there are people that believe in the way that we live is the best that it possibly could be. Well, maybe there's a case, but I would hope it's not. Because all the suffering that goes on, all the unnecessary suffering that goes on, it's easy, I can just point out around the world, there are many countries where people are starving, there are many people that are at war with each other for futile reasons of bits of land that are not even theirs anyway. There are people that are dying of medical conditions that there's already cures for, if those cures are true, which you assume they are because people do get cured of things. There's lots of these examples. And then if you look at even in the Western world, look at the knife crime, look at the criminal behaviour, and look at the people homeless. All of this is to do with money and to do with the system that we're running in. And do people really want to go out and stab people? Do they get enjoyment out of it? Well, that's probably a very small percentage that do, but a lot of them probably is because they need money, or because of the dire situation they're in, that they feel they're nothing. And so they don't care what they do. Often people look at these things the wrong way round. They just accuse them, they just judge them, rather than actually looking at whether we're all to blame in some way. So all these things are unnecessary. Well, they're just a product of the world that we're living in. So why are we all still doing it? Every day we get up and get on that wheel and keep it turning like hamsters. That's what we are. I thought we were more than that. Are we more than that? Shouldn't we be more than that? I mean, there's supposed to be more religious people on the planet than non-religious, and all of them should be believing that. But you tend to find those in the higher echelons of power and politics who claim to be faithful are not making these things come to pass. Not that I'm trying to attack religion, I'm just saying that they should know better, because it's been told that we should be, how we can live. All the suffering that shouldn't be taking place here, because we're supposed to look out for our brothers and our neighbours and one another. Well, we can't be said to doing that if people are starving and dying unnecessarily, and people are forced to do drugs or do crime. And I guess that with the word forced I'm using maybe incorrectly. You know what I'm trying to say. What I mean is, there are people that want to just do whatever they want to do, but a lot of the reason why they do it is because they don't have the support that they needed at the beginning. They don't have the love at the beginning that made them nurtured them into the way that they are. I'm not trying to make excuses for people, but the thing is, we all can see that we are a very tortured and painful world, and the way we treat each other, well, it is shameful, isn't it? But we let it carry on every single day. All of us, all so-called 7 billion of us, every day we just carry on. Maybe that's the worst sin of all, to do nothing. To realise that, we all realise that the people are suffering, so we don't care about that. A lot of people say, well, I'm just nobody. Well, we're all just nobody, really, because we're all equally the same. This idea of power and position is an illusionary one that we've created as part of the system. But whether you're a president or prime minister or freedom fighter or bin cleaner or a diesel worker, whatever you are, diesel worker, what's that? You're all actually exactly the same. You have no more power than each other. You're all equal. Or we're just waiting for those in power to do something about it, but they're probably the least likely to do something about it because they're all okay. Only ones that can feel or know suffering will maybe want to make the change. So it seems clear that the majority of us who believe we have no power are the ones that want the change and can make the change happen because we have the numbers. But we're too scared to rock the boat, to make this world a better place, and that's bad, really. Because if you put that on a micro scale, if you saw something bad happening in front of your eyes to just one individual, and you're just one individual, would you do something to stop it? So the sentiment, the moral is there. So now think of the 7 billion people. What's the difference? There's no difference, really. It's just numbers. And numbers are on our side. Unless there's more people that don't want to sort out the suffering and the injustices and unfairness of this life. Take care, take it easy, God bless and peace.